Okay, so today, as you can see from this title, we are moving on with inequalities. And as you can see, we are talking about compound inequalities, where we will have two inequalities represented on the same graph, whereas up until this point, we've only graphed one inequality at a time. So there's two types of compound inequalities that we're going to learn, and one is the or, and where the result on the graph goes in opposite directions, and then the and compound inequality when it comes together. Okay, so this is the easier of the two, which is why I'm doing this first, and we know that this is an or compound inequality because it says or. Okay, so when it says or, all you need to do, okay, draw your squiggly, okay? All we need to do is solve it, graph it. That's how easy it is, okay? So here we go. So we're going to solve for t on both sides. And yes, this is an or, so put the little bubble around it and the smiley face and the exclamation mark and the star, you know, all that good stuff. This is the or compound inequality. All right, so to solve for t, we need to subtract 2 from both sides and divide by 3. So we're going to subtract 2, bring down your 3t, and negative 7 minus 2 is a negative 9, and divide by 3 on both sides. And we have t is less than negative 3. Okay, so if you'd like me to break that down for you, I'll do that on the spot. So we're going to divide by 3 on both sides. Okay, bring down your t. And we divided by a positive number, so we don't have to do anything to that inequality symbol. We just bring it down. If we multiply or divide by a negative number, you flip the symbol. And a negative divided by a positive gives you a negative, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So here's our first part of our solution. Okay? Then all we have to do is solve the other side and put both of them on the same graph. So here we go. So we're solving for t, so we need to subtract 5 and divide by negative 4. So subtracting 5 from both sides, bring down your negative 4t, bring down your inequality symbol, and 1 minus 5 is a negative 4. And now we divide by negative 4 on both sides. So we divided by a negative number, so what do we have to do? We have to flip that symbol. So bring down your t, flip the symbol, and then a negative divided by a negative gives you a positive, and anything over itself is equal to 1. And so that's our second solution. Now we're going to take both of these and put them on the same graph. Okay, so everyone draw your graph, okay? Put the 0, okay? And all you have to do is put a positive 1 and a negative 3, okay? So now how you say it is how you graph it. Okay, so how do we say this? Well, we always start by saying the variable first, okay? So t, and the smaller side of the inequality symbol is pointing to that variable. So t is less than negative 3. So there's no equal to line underneath it, so it's an open circle. And less than always goes to the left, so points to the left. And then or, okay, t is greater than a positive 1. No equal to line underneath it, so it's an open circle on the 1, and we said t is greater than, so to the right. And as you can see, the ors on the graph go in the opposite direction. Okay, so that's how you know it's an or. So this is how we graph that solution, and that's an or compound inequality. Okay, so now the next video is going to be about and.